All right, he's one of our tech friends. He's our new tech guy. He brings all the toys, bells, and whistles to the show. Chris Abel, how are you, my friend?
Ding, ding. I'm okay. I'm doing well.
You're doing well. I like this. This is very good. Well, I am glad you're here. This is fantastic. And it's time for us to dig into some of the new tech bits and pieces. And I felt I channeled my best Chris Abel today. I had a friend of mine who was saying, I got to buy a laptop. What should I do? And then I shared my thoughts and I was like, Chris would be really proud of me right now. How cool is that?
Well done. Yeah,
Thanks,
good
buddy.
for you.
I appreciate that. Where are we headed today? I know online safety is where you want to get started.
That's where I would like to get started. Yes, Meta, which is the owner of Facebook, have partnered with childhelp.org, a organization that is always looking for ways to prevent online child abuse. And so the two organizations have put together a free online course designed for both teachers as well as parents to give resources in order to show how you can teach younger people how to protect themselves on the internet. This is a very deep, in-depth course. It's fantastic for teachers, but also for parents who may know a lot about this subject, are scared, but maybe confused in terms of what do you say to your kids? What do you say to the young people in your life in terms of how to protect themselves? And so what's neat is that it includes videos, it includes online exercises and books and lots of great in-depth detail. But their main point is that we can no longer give the kind of lessons where you say, don't talk to strangers, because in the online world, everyone's a stranger. You can't avoid strangers. So instead, they're saying the focus should be on avoiding tricky people. And the key is to teach young people the red flags, the kinds of behaviors to watch out for that indicate somebody is somebody you should not have any dealings with. And so a lot of the online course, that's what it's geared towards. You can find it at childhelp.org.
Cool. That's a very cognitive behavioral approach to learning it. Now, I always get this cliche wrong, but it's the make a man dinner or teach him how to fish notion. Give him the tools to succeed. I love it. And it's strange to hear that from Meta, but we'll take it. Why not? Now, technology and robots coming in all forms, including your lamp.
This is great. So Apple researchers, so these are researchers working for Apple. Sometimes their stuff gets released as a product, sometimes it doesn't. So they want to show off for the scientific community something that they're working on. They're working on a very expressive robot. And what they've done is they've created a desk lamp that's like the Luxo desk lamp that is often used as a character by Pixar. And they're showing how if you make that desk lamp into an assistant, a robot, it can be very expressive in terms of how it communicates with you. We have a lot of assistants today who communicate through either text or verbal, but a desk lamp, as we've seen in Pixar movies, can be very expressive as a character, where the lamp shade itself becomes the head, the bulb sort of becomes the face that can point and direct itself, and that neck is wonderful in terms of walking around and pointing and looking at things. And so they were showing how they've taken a desk lamp and they've turned it into a robot and a number of scenarios in which this could be a useful robot to have in your home. One I like is that if you're trying to take some photos, you can tell the lamp to come over and light the area that you're trying to take a photo with. And they showed how you can do that just with hand gestures. You're moving your hands going, no, a couple inches to the left. No, move it over to the right. And the lamp is constantly looking back and forth at you and back at the place until you can kind of get things well lit. I thought that was neat. It can be an assistant for when you're working. So you're trying to, put together or do some plumbing or work something in the garage. You can have the lamp come over and it can watch your hands and track your movements and make sure that you always have lighting wherever your hands are working. I thought that was neat. I love the fact that it can do reminders. So the lamp can come over and sort of try to get your attention and then shine a light on your prescription bottles to remind you that it's time to take medication. Or another one is that they've got the lamp set up so that actually it can dance to music. It can play music, but it also can dance with it very enthusiastically and match your movements so that the two of you are dancing together.
Oh, that's fun. See, this is the fun robots. Bring the fun robots, Chris.
Yeah, I love it. We, of course, don't know if this is going to become a product later on from Apple. This is something that has been released for the world of robots to show off what they're working on, but it's really, really cool. I hope that it does become one because I think this would be a winner.
Very good stuff. Now, speaking of robots, some robots have big, important jobs. And, we call them robot dogs, I think only because they're little and they're on all four legs. They're not really like dogs. They probably smell better than my dog, but that's where you're headed.
That's where I'm headed. So for the very first time, one of those robot dogs, we've often seen them in scary scenarios and stuff like that. But in China, they've got a dog they call the X30, and it's been going through training exercises to learn how to be a firefighter dog. And for the first time, they actually used it in an actual fighter. This specific robot dog on all fours is designed to deal with high risers, condominiums that are on fire. The dog can navigate quickly going up through stairs. It is designed to be built to be able to walk into extreme temperature areas. So very, very hot buildings that are on fire, but also very, very cold. So it can actually work in Canada for snowstorms and stuff like that. The dog's main role is to go in and just assess the situation, to be able to map out areas that are free for be able to firefighters to be able to get through, to be able to detect any kind of toxic fumes or gases, as well as to be able to get video assessment in terms of which areas the firefighters need to reach to first.
That's interesting. I look forward to wondering what AI can do with scans, integrity of the building, engineering. Is the floor going to hold the people? Like, to me, this sounds like a lot of tools can be applied here.
There's the potential is so great, and of course the dog is launched in China, but I hope that when they bring it to North America, it should look like a Dalmatian is my vote.
Does it? Well, does it? It should actually. That's a very good point. That's very well done.
Yeah.
In the firehouses, yeah, I think that's perfect. Actually, I mean, it needs to pee on the house. It needs to pee on the fire truck. It's got to have these things. I mean, if we're going to call it a fire dog,
well, Dalmatians and firefighters have a history that goes back to the 1700s. So I think there's a lot of great potential just there. I mean, seeing a fire truck go by with a robotic Dalmatian on it would be very exciting.
I think it's good stuff. This is great stuff. Where can everyone find you on Twitter, Chris?
You can find me at Real Chris Abel, KrisAbel. That's my name.
That's his name, and he is here always. See you next week. Same time, same place, my friend.
All right, take care. Thanks.
Chris Abel joining us with all the new tech and all the cool things. That would be fun, right? Your robot dog. Is that the same? It's companionship. I suppose that's all that matters. I look at Harlow the house donkey and I think, sure, it'd be nice if I could, hose you off a little easier and not have you smell so bad. Robot dogs and the technology of all of it. Shane Hewitt and the Night Shift. Thanks for being here.